So would you class this as a Loony success, that it's an achievement for your party?
Yes, I would, yes. And even big politics tell us that it is. It was us many years ago that suggested that there shouldn't be an 11 plus. The exam you took 11 years old, if you passed or if you didn't, went to grammar school or secondary public school, that affected you for the rest of your life on what sort of job you might get. It did do. Remember that? So after a few years went by, we suddenly heard, which it still is now, they changed the 11 plus to 13 plus. So we won that one as well. But all our ideas to start with. Pump opening all day. We were doing after that years ago. Yes?
Certainly very popular.
Another one we put ourselves with is commercial radio. Because the BBC in the early days refused to play any rock and roll. And we campaigned for commercial radio. And so what can happen next?
Well, it sounds like you've actually have a much stronger history of success than I believe many people would have anticipated from us.
Yes, but it's all done in a Loony way. Like, for instance, super gluing people together. That's another one we've come up with. All socks to be sold in packs for free. That's Loony, isn't it? Makes sense, doesn't it? There must be a sock mounted somewhere. Everybody loses socks, you don't know where they are. Where do they go to?
So is this a policy that you believe is going to be adopted by the major political parties over the next decade or so?
I would have thought so. Perhaps not the socks sold in packs for free, but I'm pretty sure the sock makers might think that's a good idea, mightn't they?
50% more socks.
There's another one we come up with. Anybody allowing their hyena to mess on the pavement should shove it away immediately, as this is no laughing. Well, all we're saying really is, you people with dogs, clear up. That's a Loony way of putting it. But the message gets through in the end.
So would you have any details on a proposal like that? How it would be enforced? How it should be interpreted?
Yes, clean your mess up. That's it.
Who should be responsible for enforcing that? What should be the penalties for non-compliance?
Not thought that one through yet, but I would have thought if you don't comply with it, somebody comes along and rubs your nose in it.
Thank you. You have discussing such things as you mentioned 24-hour drinking as an example. You mentioned in Westminster that there is a plan to, do you have a plan to form drinking establishments there, specifically the bars?
Yeah. I've actually been to Westminster. I've been in the bar there. And it's cheaper in there. It must be the cheapest bar in Great Britain. And it makes you wonder why, because those people keep putting the price of beer up. Until recently, you were still allowed to smoke in there too.
Do you think that the price of beer would fall across the country if the bars and House of Commons were forced to sell at the same price as your average pub?
I think so. More than likely. The man who seems to be doing quite a lot to help beer drinkers in this country is Timmy Martin of Wetherspoons. He's lots of pubs are closing down. It's a shame that they are, but he's opening up more all the time. So somebody's got something right and somebody's got something wrong somewhere.
Moving perhaps rather briefly to international affairs, you have had quite a strong stance on terrorism, that you're quite keen for terrorists to not be allowed to wear beards.
Beards or cover their faces and all that. But how do you know a man is a terrorist if he's got a beard? I mean, you've got a beard, but you're not a terrorist, are you? Well, you might be. Cover their faces, they don't work as much. It just seems to us that when you see pictures of terrorists, they have got beards. Because they're trying to hide something, I suppose.
Specifically their chins?
Yes.
And on the issue of Israel and Palestine, where does your party stand on that and hopes for a solution?
Is there a solution? We used to read the same stories in the Bible. nothing's changed. Is there a solution? I don't know. It's not something that we would remark on anyway. Other people, other countries. No, it's nothing we want to get involved with.
Just one final question before we draw to a close. Were you to be elected to represent Central in our election, and were you to be drawn from the ballot for a private members bill, what policy or legislation would you use that to put forwards?
Well, let's go back to the stocks again. I think if I was elected to be the Minister in Parliament, I'd be the laughing stock.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.